Are you building a barricade or a bridge with your teenager? I've been working with teens and parents for over 20 years, and I've seen the pattern again and again. When stress, shame, or disconnection sneak in, it's like a battlefield at home. Not because parents are the enemy, not at all, but because when our kids are overwhelmed by academic pressure, social drama, body image, or their own self doubt, they often don't know how to process those big emotions. So they armor up, they push us away, they build a barricade. And sometimes parents do it too, don't we? We get defensive, we shut down or lash out, or we tell ourselves, I've tried everything and nothing's working. And before we know it, instead of standing beside our kids on the battles they're facing, we're facing off against them. But it doesn't have to be that way. In my coaching, I teach families how to stop fighting each other and start fighting for each other. This video shares the 4 foundational skills I teach to help families build bridges instead of barricades. Now, here's why this matters so much right now. Because the pressure our kids are facing today is intense. It's not just harder than when we were their age, it's categorically different. I mean, look at all the social media, the academic competition, the mental health crises, the friendship drama, anxiety. It's relentless. If we don't teach our teens how to process emotions, reframe distorted thoughts, and build a healthy inner dialogue, they will begin to define themselves according to the world's criteria. And if we don't give them a safe place at home where they feel seen and supported, they'll look for it somewhere else, often in the wrong places. That's why this matters so much right now. The stakes are high, and every week I meet students and parents who are hurting but ready to change. So here are some of the foundational skills that I teach the students and parents in my family membership. Skill number 1, know your worth. I worked with a high achieving teen girl, straight A student, varsity athlete, student council, leadership roles. From the outside, she had it all together, but inside, she was exhausted. She told me, I only feel good about myself when I'm succeeding, and if I mess up, I feel worthless. So she did the work. I taught her, just like I teach all my students, that your worth is unconditional, objective, and unchanging. You don't have to earn it or prove it. Now she's doing well in school, but now she doesn't hang her worth on her achievements or perfection. That's the kind of shift that changes everything. Skill number 2, awareness and thought work. One of my students was convinced everyone hated him. Every sideways glance or inside joke felt like a dagger of social rejection. I helped him to slow down and get curious about those thoughts. We identified distorted patterns like mind reading and overgeneralizing. Then he practiced reframing. Now, instead of spiraling, he can pause and tell himself, yeah, that look probably wasn't about me. And even if it was, I can handle it. That's the power of thought awareness. It's like learning to be your own best coach instead of your harshest critic. Skill number 3 is emotional resilience. It is easier and more common than ever to shove, shoo, shame, or shush any uncomfortable feeling. I see it all the time. Many of my students and even the parents I work with have learned, created habits to buffer, distract, or numb themselves rather than actually feeling what's going on inside. But when a teen avoids their emotions, they often turn to unhealthy coping strategies. And parents aren't immune either. I've worked with moms and dads who were never taught how to face, feel, and learn from the hard emotions in a healthy way. One mom told me, I think I've learned even more than my son, and that this has overflowed into every part of her life, her marriage, her work, her own self-talk. That's the kind of generational shift that happens when families grow in emotional resilience together. Skill number 4 is positive communication. I also see families that have been stuck for years in negative communication patterns, anger, yelling, labeling, sarcasm. It's not uncommon for family conflict to feel like a bloody battle where weapons are words, tone, and volume, and they leave deep wounds. That's why one of the most powerful things I teach is how to communicate in a way that actually builds connection instead of destroying it. When parents create an environment where their teen feels safe to be honest and vulnerable, something beautiful happens. Their kids become honest and vulnerable. They stop shutting down or blowing up and start opening up. One of the most transformational sessions on my mother-daughter retreat is our step-by-step communication session. I walk families through exactly how to navigate tough conversations without spiraling into defensiveness or shame. One mom told me 3 months after the retreat, we still use that process, and it has changed the way we argue in a really good way. Friends, resilience coaching is not only helpful, it's healing. I would dare to say it's not just a good idea, it's necessary. And as our kids get older, they will face more and more attacks from the outside world. As parents, we want to create an at-home environment that feels safe and secure, where they don't have to have it all figured out or be perfect, but they know that they are loved, seen, and heard as is. So, which of these skills would be most helpful for you and your teenagers? Is it knowing your worth, awareness of thoughts, emotional resilience, positive communication, or all of the above? I invite you to take the next step. Visit contagiouslight.org, where you'll find free parent resources to help you grow in emotional resilience, faith-based connection, and communication skills. You can sign up for the family membership, where you and all your kids can learn these skills together through short video modules and coaching sessions. And if you have a daughter, I invite you to join me for an overnight mother-daughter retreat. It's not just a weekend away. It is a sacred space to heal, rest, reconnect, and walk away that skills that last. You'll leave with a deeper bond, practical strategies, and a renewed sense of peace. It's better than a vacation because you're not just getting time off, you're getting your connection back. It is not easy raising a teenager in today's world, but it doesn't have to feel like a battle. You don't need more willpower. You need better skills and a trusted guide who's walked this road. That's what I'm here for, and I would love to support your family. When you're ready, let's rebuild that bridge.